What's the news?
Well, Mr. Crocker's cow had twin calves, and the Statue of Liberty was unveiled today on Bedloe's Island.
Hey, that's right. I think you ought to give Miss Liberty top billing, though.
Uncle Joy, why doesn't Mr. Dillard ever print anything about the circus folks in his paper?
Well, I don't know. I guess, well, maybe it's because we're never in one spot long enough to make any real news. See, with a circus, it's always either a yesterday town or a tomorrow town, never a today town.
What about here in winter quarters? Things happen here just as important as having twin calves.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Say, why don't you write a letter to that Mr. Dillard, the editor?
I'll see him the next time I go to town.
Hey, can you tell me where I can find Tim Champion?
Oh, yeah, he's probably over in his wagon. I'll show you where it is. Hey, Tim. Fella here wants to see you.
You Tim Champion?
What's the gag, Summers? You know that's the name.
All right, Jimmy! Get up there! Get up there! Stand to clean your cage. As deputy of Plainsfield, I hereby serve you with an eviction notice. You have 1 week to vacate the premises.
You're a little confused, aren't you, Summers? I've got a 20-year lease on this property.
And your lease has a public nuisance clause which gives the city council the right to cancel your lease.
Who's our public nuisance?
Now, you'll have to take that up with Mayor Archer's office. I'm only a servant of the people.
We're not going to be railroaded off our property because of some loophole in our lease. We'll fight this.
That's your privilege. Good day.
Can they really evict us?
I don't know, Joey. There's a lawyer in town named Bill Logan who can give us the answer. Come on, let's go.
Well, how's it sound?
On the syrupy side.
Good. I was afraid I wasn't laying it on thick enough. But you must admit, I do put together a rather nice little editorial.
I'd always been under the impression that the editor wrote the editorials.
I'm always glad to relieve you of any burden I can, Frank. I know how trying these elections can be.
Daddy, is profit spelled with one F or two?
One.
You know what profit is, Jew? That's what your father makes from the advertising I throw his way. No advertising, no profit. No profit, no paper. Simple as that.
All right, you've made your point.
Good. I wouldn't want anyone to stray so close to election. Good day.
Oh!
Mr. Champion, I got some business at the newspaper office. Can I go see Mr. Dillard?
Sure, go ahead, Corky.
Hey, Tim. What was that lawyer fella's name?
Bill Logan.
Bill Logan. Well, looky there. It says he's going to make a campaign speech at the courthouse at 1 o'clock.
Come on, Joey. We just got time to catch you.
Hi, Jill. Hi, Corky.
Hi there, Corky.
Mr. Dillard, I'd like to talk to you a minute.
Oh? What's in your mind?
Well, I'd like to know why you never print anything about the circus in your paper.
We don't have a very big operation, Corky. We just don't have the staff to cover all the local news. In fact, Jill there's the other half of my staff.
Well, I can tell you what happens at the circus. Corky, not just anybody can be a reporter.
Jill's right, Corky. A fellow doesn't become a newspaper man all at once.
Well, I could learn, then I could be your circus reporter. No pay, of course.
First, let me tell you the responsibilities you'll face. You must be sincere, and honest, impartial, and always...
What's impartial?
It means to report the news there really is. To give both sides of the story. To be sure that what you print is always the truth. Think you could do that, Corky?
I could try.
All right, I'll give you a try. As a cub reporter, it'll be up to you to cover the circus for us.
Yes, sir.
Come on, boys. Let's go hear that guy Logan speak, even though he hasn't got a chance of being elected.
Sounds like Logan's trying to give another campaign speech.
Folks, will you please be seated? All I ask is that you hear me out.
You're asking too much, Logan.
Let the man speak his piece, mister.
You got nose trouble, fella?
Nothing I can't remedy.
Please, gentlemen, let's not have any trouble. Thank you. As most of you know, the opposition has, in one way or another,
succeeded in disrupting every attempt I have made to be heard. If I am allowed to speak today, I will bring you the truth about Mayor Archer's corrupt administration.
All right, break it up. Get down from there, Logan. You're inciting a riot. Come on, get down. All right, folks, the meeting's over. Let's go. It's obvious why you're being evicted on a nuisance charge, champion.
Not half as obvious as what's going on in this town.
Next time you decide to do some campaigning, make sure you got a permit.
One approved by our fine mayor. I'd like to thank you for what you just did. No thanks necessary. I just don't like to see a man get a raw deal.
Why'd he hit you with a tomato?
Well, because some men find it difficult to express their views without the aid of vegetables. Joey, you and Corky better get on back. Mr. Logan and I have got a few things to talk about.
Sure thing. Come on, Cork. Here's your hat.
Daddy, can I go out to the circus with Corky?
Sure, go ahead. I'll pick you up before supper.
Come on, Jill.
Shall we go to your office?
Sure.
From what you've just told me, I wouldn't be at all surprised at what they could make that nuisance clause in your lease stick.
Then what good is a lease if it can be broken so easily?
Oh, we'll take it to court, but I'm not so sure how much good that'll do. You're up against the same thing I'm fighting. A group of corrupt political puppets, with Archer pulling all the strings.
From the reception you just got, I'd say that he was afraid to have you speak your piece.
That's not the half of it. He's got the local newspaper under his thumb. My side of the campaign hasn't received an inch of space in the paper.
I've noticed that. When is the election?
Day after tomorrow. I haven't much of a chance, but that's not going to keep me from fighting. If I only... Oh, then you've got your own problems. I'm sorry, I just get all wound up.
No apologies necessary, Logan. I'd say I had the wrong man on my side if you couldn't get wound up.
Gee, this will make a good story for the newspaper. But how do I write it? Well, every newspaper story should have the 5 W's in it. Who, what, where, why, and when. Now, first write who. Who what? Who has the baby elephant? Well, the mother elephant, of course. That's obvious. But what's her name? Bessie. All right. Now, Bessie had a what? Oh, I see. Bessie had a baby elephant. Now, what's next? Where? Oh, at our winter quarters in Plainsfield at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Jill!
Mr. Dillard, we've got a great story for you. Bimbo had a baby sister, the first 90-pound baby born in Plainsfield.
That'll make a great headline, Corky. Anything else?
If you're really looking for news, why don't you print something about Mayor Archer's opponent in your paper? Or would that be against your policy?
I don't see where that's any concern of yours.
Honest government is everybody's concern.
You're saying my paper's dishonest?
I'm only saying you're using your paper as a tool to put Mayor Archer in office. There hasn't been a line about Bill Logan in your paper.
That's not true. Tell him it's not so, Daddy.
I'll leave you to answer that, if you can.
Come on, Jill. We'll be late for supper.
I'll walk back.
Now, wait. Now, look, honey. Things are never all black or all white, Jill. In a sense, what Mr. Champion says is true. I do favor Mayor Archer in my paper, but not by choice.
He said you didn't give Mr. Logan any room in your paper. It's our paper. We can print what we want.
It's not as easy as that.
Then what you said about honesty and being impartial wasn't true.
Of course it's true, Corky. But sometimes, when his family's welfare is at stake, a man just can't do certain things he'd like to do.
I don't think I want to be a reporter, Mr. Dillard.
Wait a minute, Corky. Please.
Bye, Jill.
I'm sorry you're disappointed in me, Joe. But maybe you'll understand.
We'll be late for supper, Father.
I thought you might be hungry. You didn't touch your dinner.
No, I'm still not hungry.
the matter? Jill didn't eat her dinner either, and she's been quiet as a church mouse all evening.
I let her and Corky down today. I gave them a principle, and then I slapped them right in the face with it.
Children forget quickly, Frank.
But forgetting's not the answer. I've got to prove to those kids that honesty and integrity and all the other high-sounding words that grown-ups throw around are not just so many words.
It's beginning to sound like the man I married.
It might mean losing the paper.
Well, we started without one, and we still got along, didn't we?
Darn right, sweethead. Now, you will get a pencil and paper, lots of paper. I've got an editorial building up in me that's just about to explode.
Good morning, Mrs. Diller. Frank, here's your editorial for today. Well, what's the idea?
From now on, Mayor, I'm writing all my own editorials. In fact, I was up all night writing the one I'm using today.
That's very interesting, Frank.
Oh, it gets better. This paper is now backing Bill Logan for mayor.
Aren't you afraid you might confuse the voters?
Nope. They'll recognize the facts when they see them.
For instance?
For instance, the number of small businesses you've acquired by highly questionable tactics.
Very good. Very good indeed, Frank. But you never impressed me as being the crusader type.
From now on, Mayor, you're going to be very impressed.
Corky! Going fishing? Yeah. Can I go with you? I don't care. Who's that up there? I don't know. Let's go see.
Whoa there. What's the hurry?
What's this thing?
A transit. It's used to survey the land.
What are you surveying circus land for?
But this isn't circus land.
Sure it is, all the way to the other side of the river.
Somebody's confused. I've been commissioned to survey this land for a check dam.
A dam? Mister, would you come back to the circus and talk to Mr. Champion? I bet he don't know about this.
Slow down there, son. Who's this Mr. Champion?
Mr. Champion runs the show. I bet he don't know that the circus is going to have a dam.
Maybe you got a point there. Anyway, I can finish this job this afternoon. Come on, Ed. You can see from the map, my survey covers this area right here.
And the circus property extends clear to this point.
Well, that's impossible. I have a letter here that I can show you from my client requesting a survey.
Listen to this. Dear sir, your preliminary survey is very encouraging. However, I would appreciate it if you would definitely confirm that this is the only suitable site for a dam before we continue with the matter further. Thank you for your kind attention on the above matter. Kindest regards, Alan F. Smithers.
Hey, what's he mean this is the only suitable site for a dam? I've checked this entire area, both upstream and down. And this spot is the only place where the terrain offers a natural reservoir.
But this land belongs to the city. This Smithers must have started this public nuisance suit against us so he could gain control of the land himself.
I'll bet you're right. Hey, who is this Smithers guy anyway? I've never met the man. All of my transactions with him have been through the mail. Well, that kind of leaves us right where we started.
Maybe. Let's take a ride into town and have a little talk with Mayor Archer. Maybe he can tell us something about this mysterious Mr. Smithers.
Hey, come on, kids.
of you.
Yeah. Run us that.
For sale. One broken down newspaper office.
There's more.
At no extra charge. One slightly bruised newspaper editor. What's your idea of a gag?
Yeah. Laugh this off. Come on in, boys.
What happened?
All right, you fellas. Next show at 8:30.
Who did this, Mother?
With Mayor Archer's men. They've ruined everything. We haven't got a chance against that.
The only way he knows how to fight back. Saw the danger in the paper coming out in favor of Bill Logan.
You mean you were going to give Mr. Logan room in your paper?
Well, I tried, Corky. It didn't quite pan out.
Oh, Daddy, I knew you'd do it. I just knew you would. Maybe Mr. Dillard knows who Alan Smithers is.
What's this about Smithers?
Do you know him?
Say I know him. That's the name our honorable mayor uses to acquire property defrauded from local citizens.
Are you sure of this?
Positive. He owns a number of businesses right here in town under that name.
No wonder they wanted to evict our circus from the land.
Why do they want to evict you?
Mayor Archer wanted our property to build a check dam. He probably wanted to control the water supply in the lower end of the valley.
Yeah, it sounds like one of his schemes, all right. You would make a fortune charging for that water. Do you have any proof of this?
Sure, a letter to a surveyor telling the whole story.
You know, if I could get that information to the people, Logan would have a fighting chance in this election tomorrow.
Well, we'll help you get this place back in shape. Come on, Corky.
Well, thanks anyway, Joey, but it'll be a long time before another paper runs off old Bertha. With the election tomorrow, it looks like Archer will be calling the plays again.
Hey, I got an idea. What about that printing press we have at the circus?
Hey, Corky's right. We've got a small press we use for making up handbills.
Yeah.
It's a long shot, but it might work.
For sure it will.
I'll get the ink. Come on, Corky.
You and Joey pick up the paper that's still good. Ellen, we're not licked yet.
Here, I'll give you a hand, honey.
Oh, here, you better take on a little fuel, Corky. We'll have to be at this quite a while.
Oh, thanks, Joe. You take a sandwich to your daddy. I'll help you here.
Come on, a little faster, will you, Tiny? Attaboy.
It's almost gone. Don't see how we're going to get the paper circulated to all the outlying farms before the polls open.
Let me worry about that, Frank. How many more of these do you think we'll have to run off?
Oh, we ought to be able to wind it up in about half an hour.
Good.
Come on. Here you are. Here.
Now, you all know the areas you're supposed to cover. It's important we get these papers out as fast as possible. The polls will open in 1 hour. Let's go.
Here, Corky, you take this. Now, we want to be sure everybody gets one of those papers.
Good luck, Tim.
You know, I always wanted to be a paper boy.
All right, you kids, hold on tight. Yeah! All right, hurry it up. We haven't much time. You kids hang on.
I guess they haven't counted all the votes yet.
Archer's probably asking for a recount.
We did it! We did it!
Congratulations, Bill.
Oh, the congratulations go to you and all the rest of the circus folks. I wouldn't have had a chance without you. And that goes for you, too, Frank. Thanks.
You'll make a good mayor, Bill.
Our ex-mayor took off in a hurry when he found out how the election was going. But I don't think he's going to get too far. I'm anxious for him to inspect the new jail from the inside. Oh, and you don't have to worry about that lease any longer. The land is yours as long as you want it.
Thanks, Bill.
Mr. Dillard, if it's all right with you, could I have my job back as a cub reporter?
Nope. From now on, you're my star reporter, Corky.